Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force. And, of course, in the last episode, it was the Jinzo episode, and, you know, I was pretty excited about that. Jinzo being my favorite old school card and all, but in this episode, we're just gonna go back to basics and kind of, you know, just try to have some good old-fashioned fun and see what we can come up with. So, first of all, as you can see, I grinded up a little bit of money. If you guys saw the episode of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet collab this week, you guys will know that I forgot to grind the money before Thursday, which is when the video ended up being recorded, or when the video ended up being uploaded. Sorry, it was recorded Wednesday night. And I did not actually have time to record then, and I didn't have time to record for the rest of the week until Sunday, which it is today at the time of recording this. So I grinded a little bit of money today. And we have some on tap here for this episode. So that being said, I think we should get some cards real quick. Oh, there's another pack here. Fairy Sky with fairy monsters. Okay, all right. I'm kind of interested in that. So, in this episode, I wanted to try to get some more hero cards and some more fusion cards, specifically polymerization, because I want to try to build heroes, I think, as I've talked about a little bit. So, I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple of fusion packs here to see if I can get another copy of Poly. I think I'm gonna buy like a solid 16 of them, I think is how many I have that give me an even 6k. Well, close to an even 6k, 14. And we're gonna go from there, and we really don't care about any of this necessarily. Fusion Sage. I might as well actually just hit X and open everything here. Oh, there's our second Poly. Okay, we have two now. So we get the third one in this. If we get the third one in this, then we're fine. I actually might just go ahead and let this go because there aren't too many packs, and we're not super interested in most of what the packs are. But I would like to get. I like doing it this way. I don't like just opening them all. It just doesn't feel like it's that much fun, even though we've already seen most of this, if not all of this, before. Sage is all right. I think that's 3 that we have now if we didn't already, and the third Poly. Okay, alright, we're perfectly fine now. As a matter of fact, I definitely don't care about anything else that comes out of this. So, we were in it for 2 Poly, and we got the 2 Poly. Can't complain about that at all. Yeah, that's exactly what we needed. Oh, I didn't mean to hit AX, whatever, right there. And now we're gonna need to open some hero packs. So I need 2 more copies of Clayman. I only have 1 copy of Clayman. If I don't get 2 more copies of Clayman, I feel like the deck's not gonna be very good. So I'm gonna get like 10 of them and see how the Clayman opening goes, because that's what this is. That's what we need. We also would not mind another. There's a second Clayman. We would not mind a Miracle Fusion or an emergency call. I'm sure it's in here. Shining Flare Wingman's really good though. That's a really good card. I don't think I had one of those before, so that'll be very nice for our hero strategy. Wild Wingman we did have. Anything else coming in? We did have Tempest. Hero Signal's really good. I actually would like to get a playset of that at least. At least 2. There's our third Clayman, so we're good. Yeah, we did not have a Hero Signal at all before this, and no, we did not have Shining Flare Wingman, so that's pretty good. We still got some money to play with. I think 10 more of these to try and get like at least 1 more Hero Signal. I would love 3. 2 is fine. We can work with 2. 2 will be okay. yeah, we'll just kind of speed through this because pretty much everything in here we already have now. I would love an emergency call. Emergency call would be fantastic to pull, but I don't know how likely that is. And I don't want to sit here all day just opening hero packs, because there are some other packs that I'd like to get some cards out of. Thunder Giant, love that. It's a very good card. But a hero signal, at least one, would be fantastic. But it doesn't look like we're gonna get it. Yeah, there's another Shining Flare Wingman. We did not get another hero signal. Yeah, all stuff that we have. Oh, we didn't have Thunder Giant before. I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. Oh, we needed him. He's like the best one. Alright, okay, 10 more packs, I guess. We're going for it. I really need at least 2 hero signal. I feel like one is like fine, but having 2 is probably enough for me to like actually build the deck and play it. I know like hero signal is like not the best card in the deck by any means, but at this point in the game, oh, there's a second Miracle Fusion. That's fantastic. We really wanted that too. I know it's not like the best card in the deck by any means, but back in this time period where heroes had some limited, were very limited, that card represents a 2k wall on my board if one of my other guys gets destroyed. There's Emergency Call too. We're getting everything that we wanted today except for another copy of Hero Signal. 3 Shining Flame Wingman, I mean, I guess so. Are we really not going to get it? Really? Wow. We didn't have Necroid Shaman either. Wow. Alright. I think we're only missing 1 card out of this pack now. 2 Miracle Fusion is exceptional, though. I was happy with just the 1 that we had in our possession, but 2 is fantastic. I'll be really happy with that. So, and the 1 E-Call, very good. I doubt very seriously that there is a Stratos in this card pool, but Stratos would just be exceptional. That's like the dream, is to have a Stratos. A 2 E-Call! Oh, 2 E-Call is so good! Wow. Wow. And a Blade Edge. Okay, I have like 2 of him already, I think. 3 E-Call! It's not limited or anything! We just have 3 Rhoda. Wow. And a hero emerges. Oh my god. I really don't want to spend any more on the hero pack, though. Because, like, I really want to pull from this fairy pack, because Counter Fairies is a really good deck. And, like, I can see by the Sanctuary in the sky on the front that we're probably going to get some Counter Fairy stuff in it. And then this one, we'll get in a little bit, a couple days. This has Saku in it, which we really want. I really want this E-Call, or not E-Call. I already have 3 E-Call. I really want this Hero Signal. I'm going to go 10 more packs. I'm going to go 10 more packs. The hero emerges. I mean, that's not a bad card, but and it's a Blade Edge. It's not a bad card. It's not what we're looking for. Wild Edge. Come on. Come on. Where's the signal? Guys. No. No. A 3 Miracle Fusion. I mean, we just have the nuts now. Everything that we could possibly ever want for a hero deck, except for multiple copies of Signal. This is ridiculous. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. Alright, alright. Alright. The game's made me spend all my money on hero packs today, and you know what? I guess it's just what's gonna have to happen. I guess it's just what's gonna have to happen because I want at least one more signal. Watch me pull like 2 signal out of this opening right here. Watch me pull like 2 signal out of this opening, and this is where it was the whole time. There's Wild Edge. We have like 1 billion of those now. I don't know where to go from here. Like, we have a crazy hero deck now, but like signal is just what we need. Signal, and we only have the 1 copy. Because I was looking at the hero pool. There's King of the Swamp. That's the only other card that we needed. That's really good. Jesus, guys. I don't know. Yeah, no signal. None. Recovery. No signal. It's a rare! It's not even that hard to pull! I mean, we got King of the Swamp. That's pretty good. I can't believe it. No signal. No signal at all. That's ridiculous. Well. I'm not really planning to play hero today. I think I started a deck. I think I started a deck, but it's okay. I need to actually load a recipe for today's episode. So here's all my recipes. Still haven't changed the names of the decks. You guys will never know what these are until I scroll over them. And this is the list that we're going back to. It is our Monarch, our Monarch Clown Control deck. That's the one that we're going with today. Still not off of it. I really want that hero signal. I won't lie. I really want that hero signal. So maybe later on in the episode when I get some money from some duels that we're gonna do today, we can try to get it. There's lessons you only teach in battle. Alexis, please demonstrate. Sir, my turn to draw. Great, that's why you're the idol of the school. You're the best, Alexis. As an idol, you gotta sing and wear a frilly costume. Okay. Come on, stop it. Alexis, the idol, frilly costume. Hey, stop imagining things. Yeah, that's kind of creepy there, bro. Not like we all haven't thought that before, though. Anyway, we're done with today's lesson. So, I don't really have any big plans for today. For today's episode, we're just gonna kind of do whatever. Why don't we? I mean, as you can see, I've dueled Alexis quite frequently, but you know what? She was featured in class today, so why don't we duel her? She's pretty good. This is just gonna kind of be a chilled out sort of episode. Not too much structure to it. Just kind of one of those come what may sort of episodes where we just do whatever. And she wants to see who's tougher. I think that this is probably out of all of the like named important whatever main whatever you want to call characters, I think Alexis is probably the one who's beaten me the most. So that's kind of interesting. We're gonna play a little passively on our first turn here with the triple set pass. And it is going to go over to her now. Let's see what she's got. And she starts with the Heavy Storm. That's not good. That's not good for us. But at least she lost the Heavy now. And all we have set is Sangan. So it's okay if our set monster dies. It's just a Sangan. And Sangan is going to search us a monster. Now, we have like 1 billion targets in the deck, but I think, honestly, the one that I want right now is Wall of Illusion. because we don't have anything to protect our clown control cards right now, and Wall of Illusion is larger than any of her normal summons in defense mode. And, oh, there's Stumbling, actually. I'll go ahead and fire the Stumbling, and we'll get to controlling with our clowns, aka Blade Rabbit. Look at this little guy. He's this fun little dude. He goes to defense mode, and we're going to pop ourselves a Blade Skater. So, oh, she's surprised about that. That's like one of her key cards. Really weird that it's a 1400, 1500 monster that's one of her key cards, but you know, it is what it is. But with the Stumbling, she's not going to be able to get over our rabbit, and she is going to bring out Warrior Lady of the Wasteland, which will then stumble its way into defensive position, and she's going to set a card, and it's not fun. So we're just going to go over to our turn, draw for turn here, and we got Compulse. That's pretty good, actually. That'll help us keep control of the board. Gonna set our wall, set our Compulse, put our rabbit back into the attacking position, ready to go for its effect on the next turn. And it's gonna be Alexis's turn next, so let's see what she's gonna do. I'm honestly kind of worried because her deck can get out of hand, as we've seen in the past. She can get out of hand. We're just gonna compulse that guy back to, or that girl back to her hand. She'll probably end up setting it back down in her main phase too. She did set a monster, which we can destroy with our Blade Rabbit, so we're okay. We're not too pressured. We're not too pressured at all, as a matter of fact. And it is going to be our turn. We're gonna draw. Confi, alright. I like to see that. Let's fire that Confi real quick. Costing us 1,000. We're going to... So she's got Moth, Sarugi, and Queen's Double. So we're going to get rid of the Moth, because that's like the best card in her hand right now. Let's change our Blade Rabbit to defense mode real quick, and pop that, which was her Warrior Lady. We're going to normal summon our Crass Clown, because when we switch it back to attack, it can actually bounce a card, which would be solid. And I am going to flip summon Wall of Illusion here. It's only 1,000 damage, but... Alright, so, this is post-recording Darkest Night here, and, the remainder of this video is gonna have post-recorded audio, because for some odd reason, for some odd reason, I didn't get any audio from the remaining 40-something minutes after I got interrupted. So I get interrupted, and the recording starts back up, and I don't know what happened. So I don't know how I lost the audio. I don't know how this is really gonna go, but I did not really expect this to happen. So yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Try to commentate over what's messed up. So I'm gonna try to line this up really quickly with where I am now. The audio will probably be a little bit behind on the actual recording, on the actual video. So I apologize for that. I apologize for the screw up and all of that good stuff. So I hope you guys don't mind too much, and we're just gonna get right back in by doing 1,000 damage with our Wall of Illusion after we actually put it into attack mode correctly off of our stumbling. So yeah, we're just kind of chilling here with her summoning its Wall of Cyber. I literally just finished the video and did not realize that it was not picking up my audio the entire time. I'm terribly sorry for that for everybody. Yeah. I just realized it's probably also picking up my desktop audio, which is coinciding with the actual video part. That'll probably be awkward. Let me turn that off. There we go. So yeah, here we are dueling Alexis still, and doing another 1,000 damage. I can't even remember what I said, like, during these parts, so this is just kind of gonna be an experience, to say the least. So, yeah, we're just passing our turn here, it looks like, and it is Alexis' turn. And Alexis is going to draw a card here, and what are we looking at? She has set a monster. So, with our Blade Rabbit lock up right now, I think we're in pretty good shape to just lock the duel down and from this position. I don't see why not. Yep, here we go. Taking out her monsters one by one. And doing a little bit of poke damage here as well. So, there she goes, down to 4,800 life points. I imagine at this point I was probably doing the exact same thing that I'm doing now, where I'm just narrating the duel, so... Yep, there we go. And passing the turn. And she's drawing for turn now. Man, I wish I could, like... I wish I could, like, speed up through this. I don't know if it was during the previous part or this part that I actually mentioned it, but I usually don't like to speed stuff up on episode. I do end up doing it later in the video because there's a part that just drags on for a very long period of time. But I don't like to use speed up during my episodes unless something really aggravating is going on. And it's kind of aggravating having to go back over this. I don't know what happened. I really don't. When it comes to the audio, I think I might have muted my mic whenever I got interrupted and just forgot to unmute it, is what I feel like's gone on. But I'm honestly not for sure. And here we are with our Blade Rabbits going in. With our Wall of Illusion as well. Unfortunately, this will not be enough to kill her. It's only going to be 1,800 damage total. We have Mobius in our hand. Maybe that'll come up. Maybe it won't. I actually don't think it does. I don't recall ever summoning Mobius in this episode. But it is there. I'm going to do another 400 damage. Dropping her down to a nice even 2,000. And we have to pass turn there. Just trying to make sure my audio is actually being picked up this time, because I'm kind of paranoid. So yeah, alright. She is going to activate the Greedy Man. That is cheesin', and he is cheesin' because I lost all of my audio. And she summons Command Knight. So Command Knight's pretty good card normally, but with our stumbling, it's going to just go straight to defense position. And she is going to Rhoda. So this would normally be pretty bad in a situation where she could potentially set up the Command Knight lock, which is if you have 2 Command Knights on your board, your opponent just can't attack you because they have to attack the other card, which would just make an infinite lock. But she can't kill any of our monsters because her monster's in defense mode. We drew ourselves a Dream Clown. We're changing our Ryukishin Clown to attack. We're summoning our Dream Clown. We are popping the Command Knight. Yeah, it took me a minute to get that out. I don't know why. And it looks like we have game here. So we're going to go in our Ryukishin Clown first. Ryukishin Clown, dealing his nice 800 damage. And we're going with our Blade Rabbit for another 400. And we're going to go in with our Blade Rabbit because we second guess going with Wall of Illusion because I like to do as much damage as humanly possible. In these duels, I like to just to deal as much damage as possible. I don't know if it actually affects how much money that you get, but I feel like it does. And I know in like future games it does. So it's just kind of a habit that I've gotten into, where if you do more damage, you get more DP. And there we go. That is Alexis done for. And we're going to get ourselves a nice 314 DP for that. Not bad at all. And you can see my mouse on screen. I just realized that too. You can see my mouse on screen. I normally try to keep that off of screen, but there it is. I didn't realize that my mouse was on screen either. So it's just going to be kind of hanging out for the duration of this video because I don't think I ever moved it. So here I was talking about how I have 99 wins against Jaden Yuki, and I wanted to make it 100 in this episode instead of doing it actually off screen. So we're gonna duel Jaden here. But first I want to give him this Destiny Sandwich. So the Destiny Sandwich is a unique item in this game, and I got it off screen. I've been feeding them sandwiches off screen a lot. So mostly Jaden, but I wanted to show the Destiny Sandwich on screen, so we are going to actually be doing that. The Destiny Sandwich is an interesting item that has 3 different effects, which are assigned randomly. And we are going to give it to him now and see which one that we get. And yep, he hated it. So, the Destiny Sandwich has 3 different effects. It can either do absolutely nothing because you can't feed it to them. It could be the nasty sandwich for them and they hate it. Or it could be delicious to them and they love it. And it looks like we just got unlucky here. But we are going to duel him for that 100th time. Well, we've already dueled him over 100 times, but we're going to try to get the 100th win. Will we do it? Why don't we find out? I mean, it's kind of cool to be showing it on screen, and Jaden has beaten me before, so maybe Jaden will prove me right. Maybe he'll prove me wrong if I can beat him 100 times. Let's see. I still believe that Jaden is probably the best, like, the NPC with the best deck in this game. Zane has a really tough deck, but Jaden could probably beat me more times than Zane could in this game. If I played each of them 100 times exactly, I'd imagine that Jaden could beat me more times than Zane does. But who knows? Maybe later on in the game, I'll want to duel Zane and get him up to 100 wins and see how many losses that I have against him. Who knows? And he's going to get Clayman, which we hate. So, yeah, we pulled a lot of good cards in this episode. I recall getting 3E Emergency Call. I know that it's in up to this point in the video because I remember commenting on how he activated Rhoda there and saying, imagine if we had 3 of that. I think Rhoda might be unlimited, or at least is at 3 in Jaden's deck, though, so it's pretty much the same thing. Here I am trying to determine what I want to do with my hand because he has a set and 2 set cards in the back row, and we just have a rat, but we ended up going with Wall of Illusion, setting it in defense mode. And he is going to draw. And get another Rhoda. So yep, there it is. There's 2 Rhoda. So he at least has 2. Pretty sure he has 3. If we could get our own copy of Rhoda, if Rhoda's at 3 in this game, we're essentially playing with like a 34 card deck at that point, so that's pretty good. I mean, having 3 e-call and it not being limited in any way, shape, or form is pretty good as it is. So you can't really beat that. Gonna summon our Dream Clown here, go to battle. And we're gonna go in on this monster, which is a Clayman. So we were assuming that he had already set the Clayman, but he did not set the Clayman yet, presumably. Who knows? And here we are throwing for content as I activate Book of Moon instead of setting it like I actually meant to. I was just kind of in a rush right there and accidentally tapped A a little too fast instead of moving the joystick down first. So we set the Clayman when we didn't really need to at all. I'm sorry this episode's a bit of a mess, guys. Just kind of had a bit of an interruption at that part, and everything just kind of fell apart after that. Don't know why. So this will be probably one that I'm not going to be super proud of, but I don't want to lose the footage that we do have, because we did in fact do a few things this episode that I feel like are of note that I don't want to lose. Mostly the pack openings, but we also did these duels here, and you know, having the 100th presumably victory of Jaden Yuki, maybe good. Maybe you guys want to see something like that. And then dueling Alexis and all of that. I'm probably not going to do too many random duels on screen anymore. Like after this episode specifically, because I didn't really have a plan going in, but I do have a plan for next episode. So I'm probably not going to show too many like random duels of characters that I haven't taken on before, or anything like that in the future. So just kind of be mindful of that. If you do like the random duels, feel free to let me know, and maybe I'll bring them back, but I feel like it's probably unnecessary to have a bunch of random duels in an episode. I feel like it's kind of like padding out the runtime, and mostly I was doing it before because I had a good reason to, but in this episode I kind of didn't, except for this duel in particular, which was the only thing that I actually had kind of lined out for the episode. I wanted to try to get my 100th victory against Jaden on camera. So there was that. Although I did not mean to lose all of the audio for the recording or put my cursor on screen for the entire game. But if you did wonder what my cursor was for some reason, now you get to know. Cursor cameo for the video there. But yeah, we lost our Ryukishin Clown right there. That's kind of aggravating. We don't really like that very much at all. And we finally drew into a card to protect our stuff. A little too late. We're gonna flip up our giant rat here, and we are going to normal summon our Sangan. Go for the mutual destruction with Sangan and Dark Catapulter, and get ourselves a Sangan search. But he's gonna Chain Hero Signal, the card that we can't seem to pull. Hate to see it. And he is going to get himself a Sparkman. Pretty solid. And with our search, we're going to grab Exiled Force, I believe is what I end up going with here. I'm pretty sure. Going for plate. Yep. Nope. Yep, Exiled Force. Just as a precautionary measure for some extra removal, if we needed it. Since my cursor is on screen, I guess I can talk about the my cursor a little bit, because you know it's kind of neat. It's a Master Sword cursor that I downloaded off the internet and that I like to use. My entire cursor layout is actually Legend of Zelda themed, so if you guys like Zelda, you can find it on the internet as well. They have things such as the Master Sword itself there, the Triforce, the bow, the hook shot, all that good stuff that you can do stuff with. Pretty cool. I'm a pretty big Zelda fan, so that's why I have it, obviously. And you know, since we're here, and you know, this is post-recording, and I'm just kind of rambling on, trying to entertain myself while we're going through something that I've already done today. If you guys are interested in Legend of Zelda at all, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Feel free, because you know I'm a Zelda fan, so maybe in the future sometime we could do a Zelda Let's Play, something like that. I know it's a little bit different than the content that I have on my channel already, where it's mostly just Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh content. But you know, if you want to see Zelda, you know, it's a Nintendo game, and I like Nintendo stuff, as you can tell. So if you're interested in that, please do let me know. I'm certainly interested in bringing it to you guys if you guys want that. Maybe not the next Let's Play that I do, I don't know. If there's enough of a demand for it. And here he is flipping up the morphing jar. So this is basically going to negate the Sangan search that we got, because Exiled Force is not going to get to be used in this duel. And there it goes. And there he is normal summoning Elemental Hero Avion. Not exactly ideal. And he is going to attack. And so we flip up our zero gravity here, switching the battle positions of all of the monsters. He's going to set a card face down and end his turn. Draw for turn right there. We got our second copy of Stumbling. Pretty nice, pretty nice. We have Heavy here, which I am going to fire, because I was afraid of Saku. So then we're going to change our rat into attack position. We're going to special summon our Tricky by discarding a Poly, which we do not need right now. So there's our Tricky. And then we're going to normal summon Mystic Tomato here, and activate our copy of Stumbling, which we could have done in main phase 2, but since we already have it, it didn't really matter. And now we are going to throw for content a little bit more by flip summoning Wall of Illusion. We never learned how to do this properly. We never learned how to flip summon Wall of Illusion before we activate Stumbling. Never learned how to do it. Going in with our rat and our Tricky, we'll do a pretty decent chunk of damage. And that will just about even up the life total right there. But we have board presence, we have card advantage. We're doing pretty good. It looks like we might have that second victory over that second victory. Well, I guess, is it like the second? It's the second or third on-screen victory against Jaden Yuki, but the 100th victory. It looks like we have that on lock. Again, I apologize for the poor production of this episode. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. But I didn't want to lose this footage, and I didn't realize it was going to be this bad, so we're going to make the best of a bad situation. I don't have the ability to re-record it because I saved over the file, so I don't want to lose this footage, and you know, it's just one of those things where it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing, where I could re-record it, potentially, if I like went back from an older like save, because I do have some older saves from like whenever I updated the emulator and stuff. I made an extra save then, but that would have to be like episodes worth of content. that I'd have to re-record and all that good stuff. And if I just skipped this episode and recorded another, you guys wouldn't get to see all of the cards that we pulled this episode, all of the duels that we had, that sort of thing. And there is a couple of things that I did want to show off that I did show off in this episode, so even though the episode is not exactly the way that I want it to be, I do want to make sure that I do at least have it. So now we have a little bit of money. We have about 600 DP. If I wanted to get up to 1,000, I'd have to duel some more people on camera here, like Cyrus or Chumley. But instead, I opt to go back up to Dorothy, and we are going to go for the... we are going to go for six hero packs, 6 copies of the hero pack, is what I was trying to say, to try and get another copy of Hero Signal. And here we are speeding up, and we get a Skyscraper in that first pack, not very good at all. We already have our playset. Cyclone Boomerang, we also have a playset. And that we're probably never going to use. Elemental Hero Thunder Giant's really good. Really good pickup. And King of the Swamp. I believe that completes the hero pack at this point. I believe that got us up to 100%. If we didn't have it already, I can't remember. I do remember 100%ing the hero pack in this episode, though. Oh, he says it might be kind of cool if he tagged with us. Yeah, so I think by that point in time we actually have enough affinity with Jaden to have him tag with us in the main tournament. I don't know if I need to get together 4 hearts up for him or not, because I do remember checking before video that he is 4 hearts. I don't know if I need to get him all the way maxed out, but it's not going to be from lack of trying, because I will be in fact trying to increase his affinity even more off screen, just to be absolutely sure. So here we are determining whether we are going to go talk to Alexis or Bastion first. We opt to go talk to Alexis first because we kind of ignored talking to her in favor of dueling her earlier. And we're going to talk to her about duels and nothing special. So that was that. And now we're going to go talk to Bastion. And we're going to talk to him about duels. And it was at this point that I realized I was about to beat him for a 10th time if I dueled him again, so I decided to go ahead and duel him. So this is the longest part of the whole episode. It takes like 20 minutes by itself, and this is where we're going to use our speed up button a lot towards the latter part of the actual dueling. So we're going to start off with a not so great hand, not going to lie about it. But we draw our card and we get a Stumbling, so that makes it a pretty decent hand. So we're going to activate our Stumbling, of course, as we like to do in our Clown Control deck, and then we are going to go over and normal summon our Crass Clown. This will essentially give us a bounce on our next turn. And we're going to set Labyrinth of Nightmare. And it is Bastion's turn. He is going to draw for turn. And it looks like we are going to have him normal summon a copy of Sabersaurus. Pretty good card. Sabersaurus is a 1900 attacker, of course, as we know. Pretty intimidating for our weenies, but Stumbling's going to put it into defense mode. And he sets 1, 2, and passes the turn. So this is where I would normally activate Heavy Storm if I had access to another Floodgate, which I do not, but it's okay because we have our Blade Rabbit here. I would much rather see that Sabersaurus go to the graveyard than actually be bounced back to the hand, so we are going to summon our Blade Rabbit and pop ourselves the Sabersaurus. Switch Crass back to attack mode, go to the battle phase, and hit in. And he is going to Saku our Crass Clown, which is kind of an interesting choice, but I believe the AI is programmed to activate cards as soon as they possibly can in this game, so if there is a card that they can activate that won't be detrimental to them, they will activate it. So instead of waiting for a potentially stronger monster, they activated Saku, which I believe is a good play on their part because we actually don't really have many monsters that are super strong in our deck except for our Monarchs, but obviously AI doesn't know that. And now he's going to activate Heart of the Underdog, and if you guys remember our first duel against him, this is how he actually ended up beating him, is he decked himself out because he drew a billion cards off Heart of the Underdog. And here he goes, he's drawing for turn. Zero gravity. Blade Rabbit coming in. And our Stumbling's going to switch our Blade Rabbit to defense mode, popping his Gemini Elves. And now we have established the lock with our two Blade Rabbits. We're going to switch the first one into attack position, and go to battle, and start poking. These little angry guys, look at them, little angry rabbits. Drop him down to 7,600 life points. Not a whole lot, but, you know, not bad. And we pass without setting zero gravity face down. I don't know why I actually did that. I think I just kind of forgot. Especially considering I, at this point in the duel, only thought that he could just normal summon. And it was going to get switched and Blade Rabbit could kill it. Which is the case for now, but later on in the duel I find out just how wrong that assumption is. And he's going to set a back row and end his turn. So here we are drawing for turn. Level Limit Area B, not bad. See, now Level Limit is a decent replacement for Stumbling in our current position, but I feel like Stumbling's just a better Floodgate because it works on any summon, and Level Limit is a good card, don't get me wrong, but we also have some level 4s that are our best beaters, and since we're not, here we are speeding up a little bit, since this is going to take a while since we are only 400. And here's what I mean, here's Tomato. So if we had set or activated Level Limit, it would be impossible for our Tomato to attack for the duration of the duel so long as that card remains face up on the field. And we're going back to speed up, and he is Heart of the Underdogging a lot of monsters. And here's where he Lightning Vortexes our board. So now we're kind of screwed. We're in a very bad position. And we draw ourselves Jinzo, which you can't do anything with right now. We're looking at our sets just to see what we got, and we are not happy. We are not happy with that. Lightning Vortex is a hell of a card. It's obviously going to take us out of this duel right now. I considered for a minute activating Heavy right there, but I was like, well, I have too many good back row. I'm just going to take this attack. And Kurenai is going to get back the Sabersaurus, which doesn't matter because someone's going to put it into defense mode. We're going to draw, we get the Tricky, and this is probably the worst play that I've ever made in my entire career as a duelist. So I just want you guys to watch this. So I discard Level Limit, because I'm like, maybe I can use Heavy later. Stumbling is on the board. Tricky goes to defense mode. I tribute the Tricky for Jinzo, because I want to play Jinzo. Stumbling puts Jinzo to defense mode. And I'm like, oh yeah, my traps are locked down. I can't actually protect my Jinzo. So he dies. We draw Poly. We just pass. So yeah, throwing for content again. Love it. Love to see it. That's probably going to be the title of this video if you guys are watching this, and the title of the video is Throwing for Content. Leave a comment saying Darkest Night sucks. There you go. Just do that. And here we are on turn 20. That 2-man cell battle is a pretty good card because he's going to be able to summon twice the monsters now. And as you can see, he's amassing quite the bit of board presence. Now with 2 monsters, and we get the Sook. Sook is probably the best thing that could have happened to us in this particular scenario. So here we're going to go with our Earthquake, which will put Dream Clown in defense mode and let us pop one of them. Doesn't really matter which one. And now Sook is a godsend because now I'm kind of considering my options here, but I do normal summon the Sook, and he has a pretty good utility in this deck where if your opponent has more board presence than you, you can just keep summoning Sook, setting the monster, and Stumbling's just going to keep putting it in defense mode. So it's another little bit of a lock that this deck can do. Tsukuyomi and Clown Control or any deck in the old school is pretty good. And so Sook's going to go back to my hand, and we are going to unfortunately have to pass our turn with only a measly 2,300 life points left. And just a little bit of shenanigans going on here as the Gemini Elf gets put into defensive position, and we are going to get our turn. Sorry about that long pause right there, I just really didn't know what to say, because there's not a whole lot going on in the door right now. We're going to activate our Labyrinth of Nightmare, which I commented on, probably should have activating at the end of my opponent's previous turn. We're going to normal summon Sook again. Put that back into face down position. Now, I am going to pass here, and you could say that this is also throwing for content, but I can assure you it is not, because I was fearing another copy of Sakuretsu Armor. I could have attacked and destroyed it instead of destroying it by an effect, but I was really fearful of Saku, so I don't think that's that was a misplay, and we'll see later on in the duel that I could have been right, so who's to say? Anyway, we are going to activate ourselves A0 Gravity, switching everything's battle position. We're going to activate our Dream Clown, switching it into defense position, getting rid of the Insect Knight. We're going to set, and then we almost went to our end phase without activating Sook's effect, which would have cost us our Dream Clown. And here we are, he is drawing a bunch of cards again, and Stumbling is going to be our best friend in this scenario, and he's going to 2-man Cell Battle, which is going to let him summon his third Magnet Warrior. Thank God he did not have Valkyrion somehow, or if he did, he could not summon it. Our Dream Clown's going to pop. We're going to pop the Beta because it's the strongest one. And we're just considering options, which will be this. That will let us set our Wabaku and then pop whichever one of these other guys that we don't end up setting, which was the Gamma. And we're just going to destroy the Alpha. And there he is drawing a billion cards again, and the other Alpha is going, and the Beta, or the Gamma is going into the defensive position. So then he's going to draw. Here we are, Dream Clown. We are going to normal summon Sook again, and set down, this time, the Gamma again. I guess we just like Gamma, and we don't want to kill it, even though it's slightly stronger. Labyrinth is going to allow us to get rid of the Alpha. And then he's just going to draw a bunch more cards. Summon Gemini Elf, Stumbling, Gamma Stumbling, and into the 2-man Cell Battle to get another copy of Gamma, which will be halted by the Stumbling. Change Dream Clown to attack position. And since the Sook combo doesn't really do a whole lot in this scenario, we are actually going to also set our copy of Sangan and pass on that. Labyrinth of Nightmare is going to switch our monster, and we are going to pop the Gemini Elf because it's the strongest card on the board. Then we are going to have our Sangan be attacked and destroyed, and we're going to get ourselves another copy of Dream Clown. He's going to attack again, and we are going to activate our negate attack to stop that from happening. And now since he has like a billion cards in hand, and we just drew our third Dream Clown, we're going to do this. But since he has like a billion cards in hand, I do recall actually activating, Confi. So we're going to activate Confi, and we can see there was a Saku in his hand. I don't know how long he had it. There was a Magic Cylinder in his hand, which also could have been detrimental, but we get rid of the Snatch Steal because we don't want to be in a vulnerable position with our clowns. Unfortunately for us, we can't actually do any damage this turn, so we have to pass the turn and pop the Gamma. And he's going to pre-mat. Pre-mat, get back the Insect Knight. Summoning's going to put that thing back into defense position. We're going to draw, and now we have 3 clowns, and there he is, our boy, the Dream Clown. He's gonna come in, he's gonna switch to defense mode, we're gonna switch to attack mode, and we're gonna do 2400 damage to the face. There's our Mobius the Frost Monarch, look at him, he's pretty good, but I still don't think I summon him at any point in this duel. Passing the turn, Labyrinth's gonna switch everything around. There's Alpha. Alpha goes to defense. And we're gonna draw for turn. And we are going to switch Dream Clown to defense to destroy that. Put the other 2 in attack. And to this point, I believe, yep, we still are setting Wall of Illusion instead of normal summoning it. Stumbling would have put it back into the defense position anyway, so it didn't matter, we could have switched it back. We never learned how to actually summon Wall of Illusion under Stumbling in this duel at all, but it'd be like that sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, it really do. 2-man cell battle is going to continue to be a problem for us. But we drew our Blade Rabbit just in the nick of time. So yeah, Blade Rabbit, Stumbling's going to switch it, pop, and then switch our other Dream Clown to defense, pop. Then we are going to throw Dream Clown, number 1 and number 2 into attack position, go to battle phase, and then we're going to attack with the original Dream Clown to deal the finishing blow. And that is all she wrote for poor Bastion. Unfortunate. And we got 440 DP from that. And now we are going to make our way down to talk to old Zany boy. Go on over. And we are going to talk to Zane about duels, I think, right? Yeah, duels. And the talk didn't go well. He didn't want to talk about duels. And we're going to go back to the card shop, I believe. Yes, sir. Yep, there we go. Back to the card shop, as we still want to try to get that copy of Hero Signal. So we are going down. 4 more packs of Hero emerges. Anything big? I can't remember, actually. This is probably the opening that I remember the least about, because it's probably the one I cared the least about since I already pulled everything from the pack that wasn't Hero Signal. There's a second King of the Swamp. That's pretty good. Can't really be too upset about 2 King of the Swamp. And we got a Flame Wingman. So, yeah. Nothing too crazy there. We got ourselves like a couple copies of Hero Barrier out of this opening. Hero Barrier's fine. Not that good, not that bad. But yeah, I really did want to get some of these Fairy Sky packs in this episode because I want to build Counter Fairy at some point. But maybe off screen I'll try to pull from the Hero Emerges pack and try to get a little bit more from it. And we are just going to advance time to end the day. Because next episode, if I do intend to do the off-screen grinding, like I said, we have some plans. But with that all being said, we only have a few seconds left in the video, and yeah, sorry that everything got all messed up there at the end, and I hope that my banter in the post makes up for it. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next part.